Good Wednesday morning. Woo! It's rainy out, as you can see. I have the blinds up. You can barely see the skyline behind me here. Left it open today for everybody. I normally shut that for this show, but we'll see if we get some weather monitoring happening here. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCullum, and you know him as 17-year NFL veteran, 3-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys, and he ain't spitting in anybody's face and blatantly lying about it to where they have to Zapruder film the spit on all the cameras on the field. Dale Hellestrae's here, everybody.
Good morning, Steven. It's good to see you. I know you're up late last night after all your meetings and everything that went on yesterday, and then you stayed up till midnight to watch the Suns.
Did not.
You are dedicated to the main event.
I fell asleep in the first quarter. And woke up about halfway through. It was either the end of the third, beginning of the fourth. Watched it, fell back asleep again, and then woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and was just like, why not?
Boy, when you talk about the weather, Steve, I just pulled it up.
Yeah,
Hey, it seems like I'm looking like Seattle weather.
Yeah, I was hearing this morning because I was listening to KTAR on the way in, just hearing the news and the weather and all that stuff. And they say another huge storm's coming through, like Saturday night, early, all day Sunday. They're saying another possible one. They're unsure on that one if it's going to hit mainly Tucson or come up here to Phoenix. But, yeah, it's nonstop. I'm going to take it. I like it.
It says here in Phoenix, so it's raining at 10 a.m., then it's going to take a break. Then it's
Today?
Then at noon,
Yeah.
all the way until dark. It's 35, 40%.
Javier Soto, I think is his name, on Channel 50, ABC 15.
Okay.
He goes on KTR. I think that's his name. Sorry if it's not, buddy. I apologize.
Well, tomorrow.
He says off and on all day today. And he said some places are going to get up to an inch. I heard Wickenburg got like 2 inches yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I saw it on the news. So today there's a 95% chance of rain. Tomorrow 75, Friday 65, Saturday 75,
Ooh.
and Sunday 30.
Ooh.
Oh,
well,
because
He's
now
saying Sunday. Yeah,
now it might affect Steve.
it's gonna Saturday night's gonna affect me.
I like the rain, but
Yeah, not Saturday night. I don't like the rain. Saturday night I don't like it, especially cold. We're not even hitting 70 here for the rest of the week.
yeah.
We're gonna be in the 60s, they say.
And now what's
well.
so funny is that now you got the people who it's so brutally it's too cold.
I was pulling in to the parking lot this morning, and I get it. Girls run a little bit colder than guys do and stuff like that. But this girl was on the corner. Now, we're downtown. There's a lot of ASU students down here and things to that effect. She was bundled up like it was 30 below out there, and she was still looking like she was shivering and miserable. I was like, it's not that cold, people. Get yourself some hot chocolate, man. But yeah, no, it's cold. I'm not gonna lie. I contemplated a pullover like light sweater today or something.
See, what I always hate is that I usually run warm, and but you get out of the car for 2 minutes.
That's why I didn't do it.
You know,
I'm just going upstairs.
Yeah.
The problem is in this building. Here's what I was wondering now, Dale. You know, do we even have a heater in here? So if it's cold in here, woo, we're stuck. We gotta let the lights warm us up, which it normally does. But yeah, right now it's Normally this room is 73 degrees since we moved in here.
Right.
7th floor, Arizona Center. It's been 73 degrees is kind of where the air's been set at. And it'll go up to 75 later in the day, with everything. So we have some fans in here that run and just circulate the air for us. And the air kicks on. But it's 69 degrees in here right now. 69.1. Right where I'm sitting. 69.7. I got to learn to read. Woo, I know. So that's why I'm like, maybe I should have grabbed a jacket or something just in case.
Really, really, really nice building too. By the way, haven't really talked much about it, but a little bit nicer than our other office.
Yeah, they're filming. I don't know why everybody knocks the other office. It was a beautiful place.
The neighborhood was a little
okay. Well,
sketchy.
next time you buy us office space,
Jeez,
everybody hates my office space. What I choose for office space, folks. Everybody hated it. You just hated it.
No, we love this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you hated the other one. I'm moving us back to the other one just to be a
fe-
jerk about
I
this.
just feared for my life. That's all.
Whatever, dude. It's a perfectly safe neighborhood, you elitist. It's not Paradise Valley. It's not at the base of Mummy Mountain. Clear out your award. You know, keep your award room. We'll move into your spare room. The Ode to Dale up there. I'll drive all the way up there.
No, you won't.
Oh, I will. I will, because we're making fun of everything in that Ode to Dale room.
You're gonna
on
make
air.
fun of Super Bowl trophies? How you gonna make fun of Super Bowl
No, all
trophies?
the pictures.
How you gonna
probably
make
have
fun
up
of
there.
a Rembrandt painting of me playing in the Super Bowl?
No, that I can make fun of that right now, and I haven't even seen that. A Rembrandt?
No, it's not Rembrandt, and some other.
Rembrandt Son to the Future?
No, who was it? It's somebody painted in colors. Real famous painter.
I don't even know. Did you have it commissioned?
I didn't. It's kind of fascinating the way it came about. So I played in the second Super Bowl. I probably played 7-8 plays at right guard
Okay.
because had Kevin Gogan was our right guard. And he did something, and so he had to come out.
So which that was Bills?
That was the Bills.
Bills, okay.
Okay,
Bills.
and he picked one play from the time I was out there to paint. From a picture or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they take pictures and paint them out.
yeah, and it had Troy.
It wasn't like, everybody hold on. And then
It had
sketching.
Troy, Daryl Johnston,
Yeah, if you don't
Emmett Smith, and me were the four numbers you could see.
know. No, where was everybody else at?
Well, they're kind of blurred out.
I know.
And so it's one of only 4 copies that I think we signed a 5th one that all 4 of us signed.
Okay.
So it's a signed, gosh, I can't remember the name of the picture, but of the painter, but pretty cool. Hillary's already called dibs on
She's
it when I
already
die.
did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she just wants to sell it.
See, my kids love me.
It's not your kids you got to worry about. It's the grandkids. That doesn't mean anything to them. They won't care about it.
Grab's already becoming a Cowboy fan.
No, why would you do that to him? Why would you do that?
Because they're
to
turning
him?
the corner, Steve. They're going to make a run this year. Reminiscent of the 90s Cowboys.
Dude, the Cowboys are no better than the Cardinals these last 30 years.
Actually, not as good. The Cardinals have been to a Super Bowl and
Yeah.
another NFC
I'm
championship.
just saying, Cowboys are pretty much the Cardinals. Same ownership problems. Ownership doesn't know what they're doing. Hire the wrong coaches. Bring in the wrong players. Stick with the wrong players too long. I'm just saying.
You can make fun of pictures of me and Hillary and Kendall, or pictures
well,
of
they're
Brooke,
not in
Hillary,
it.
Kendall, and I.
Why would I do that?
Well, because you said you want to make fun of all the stuff in my room.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about your stuff there. No, you got a lovely family. I'd never make fun of them. Hillary doesn't talk to me though, so
When have you ever seen Hillary?
I know very rarely. That's my point. Is me and Kendall are like best buds when we see each other. Hillary's like, who's that
Well,
guy?
I'm gonna have to talk to Kendall.
Well, we don't see each other that much. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. Dale, how you doing? Other than that, than your roommate criticizing our office.
I'll just
space
say
out there.
I started off with this is a nice venue.
Yeah, compared to your last one.
Yeah. Well, that last one I had to bring my gun and bulletproof
We're going back to that. We're moving in that last one.
bulletproof glass
As
on my car.
as soon as this is up, we are moving back into there.
Thank goodness we were doing it in the morning, because if we were doing it from 8 to 10 at night, I think I'm phoning it in.
Whatever, man. Whatever. So people are critical, folks. People are critical.
Speaking of critical, what about your boy up in New York? Did the first thing wrong that he's ever done.
Hey, Kobe, play it, baby. Play it.
The mustache is in there.
The only good thing that's ever come out of New York City is standing right in front of you. The only champion New York has seen in how many years? Can you count, Cam? How many years? He don't know. He can't count.
Let me take this interview back. Why don't you? You know what you're gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it, huh?
Who's that guy in the mustache?
That's Andrew Schultz, a comedian.
That's right.
He's always at the WWE thing. But look at the Giants come up here. Other Giants players show up, and look at Cam. Look at this. puts his hat back on, just get back into the scuffle. Other Giants players jumping in, taking some swings. Look at that. Dominic Mysterio, that's Judgment Day right there, Dale.
Coming under
Beautiful.
a little bit of heat.
No, just idiots running their mouths. Oh, you should be at home rehabbing so you can come back
They should have that foot elevated with ice.
People are so stupid. I did like his response, though. If you don't like what I do, feel free to unfollow me and kindly move on with your life. I do like that response. It's so stupid when people say that. What's you think he just sits at home all the time?
Well, and don't you think you know that those wrestlers knew that he's
They
recovering from
absolutely did.
surgery?
If you notice, Cam is the one that didn't move very much.
and they didn't jump over the
Yeah,
fence.
exactly.
And
He did a Instagram or whatever last week where he was showing it actually bends. It's actually moving. He's just in a gauze pad at his house or whatever, a wrap.
yeah.
And it was moving. I mean, he was moving it left, right, and even I was like, "Oh wow, that heals pretty quick." Now that doesn't mean he's ready for football,
No.
obviously, but he was up and moving around and all of that stuff. So
Well, usually they put a pin through your ankle,
yeah, you would know this.
and that's in there for 6 to 8 weeks. But you can still move it up and down,
Okay.
and they encourage you to try and get
yeah,
movement.
you got to get strength.
You know,
back.
to just trying to get that range of motion.
But obviously, his doctor said, okay, you can stand for this amount of time or something to that effect. Or else he wouldn't go on national television with millions of people watching. If his doctor, now, do you think his doctor was watching that going, oh, shoot?
Oh, I thought you were just going to the
Yeah,
wrestling
you didn't tell me
match.
you were going to stand up and start hitting people. So if you just as a caveat, if you're watching us on YouTube later on our free YouTube page and that video is missing, it's because it's copyrighted. WWE is very, very specific, but we'll play for the live audience and that stuff. But what do you mean that's the worst thing? You brought that up perfectly. That
Yeah.
happened on Monday night. Of course, we didn't get to talk about it yesterday with Bruce, but that happened on Monday night. Raw's coming December 6th, Dale. Raw's coming here to out there do whatever that arena is called out there in Glendale, the old
Desert
hockey
Diamond?
arena. Yeah. You're more than welcome. You grab Graham. Let's go. Come along. We got tickets. Let's go.
So that's WWE.
Yeah.
That's the big time. That's
That's
not
a big.
the-
Oh, yeah. No, that's not small time stuff.
Okay.
No. That's the one that kid will always go. A lot of football players go to it. You are knocking football players when they go to that. That was, like I said, everybody else besides Andrew Schultz was a New York Giant there surrounding him. So they had a bunch of football players there. They obviously were in New York last night.
Well, they should be
Or
on
Monday
studying
night.
film.
Literally, people were saying that.
I know.
You should be at home rehabbing and everything. It's like, what? Do you think players that, like, even people with ACL surgeries, like, you get up and you move around, you start living your life again in that type of stuff. Like, you're not just laying there all day. Please heal. Please heal. It's just, Dale, you mentioned the Judgment Day, Dom Mysterio right there.
I have
Beautiful.
no idea who anybody else was.
Beautiful, beautiful thing right there. Andrew Schultz has a lot of those WWE things.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm just sitting there and Ethan has it on and where I'm in the gaming room, as we call it. We have wings of the house, the gaming wing of the house. And I'm in there and all of a sudden I just hear Dom go, right, Cam? And I was like, what? Wait, what? I looked over and boom, there it was. Beautiful thing. Get surprised sometimes. George Kittle goes to them all the time when they're on the West Coast out here. Of course, Niners tight end and all that stuff. Yeah, now we can get Hellistray on there. Let's get Hellistray in there.
You don't get that good a seat, Steve.
I will get those good as seats if that's the case. I'll email WWE and be like, Dale Hellistray, former Dallas Cowboy, and they'll respond with, yeah, we got upper level tickets for you.
First row upper deck.
They'll be like, where's Troy? Is Troy coming with him? That's what they'll say. But incidentally, I just searched for Dallas Cowboys, and I searched for Aikman, Emmett, Irvin, or Aikman, Smith, Daryl Johnston, and Hellistray.
Yeah.
No pictures come up. None at all. But you know what does come up? A lot of the triplets pictures come up. I wanted to see that picture that you're talking about. Doesn't come up.
You didn't see it over when you came over to my house?
No, you didn't show me anything. I was relegated to the backyard, and then when my best friend,
You remember John Giesick?
my best friend invited me to sit on the couch as I was getting ready to leave and share some time with him there. Other than that, I was relegated to the backyard. I was basically the dog. I was outside only. I was not let inside at all, and stuff. So I did not see that room.
Okay.
Yeah, me and the dog were just hanging out back, staring in at everybody.
We're gonna leave. Well, you get one more plate of food before we go.
Yeah, so I'll have to find that picture. I'm kind of interested in that as well. Was it an action shot or was it like a pre-snap lineup? Like you
No,
were
it
moving?
was Emmett Smith run.
Okay, yeah. So what were you pulling or something?
No, it's just a lead draw, Steve. Lead draw.
So you were being pushed backwards? Like what's the story here?
Wow.
He does not like a lot of pictures of Romo in this deal as well. That we look at. There's a lot of pictures actually that have it. Like there's a 63 right there. Who was 63?
John Giesick.
That's what I thought it was. I'm assuming that was those years there. That was 8 Things Super Bowl XXVII you did not know. And that was that Dallas Buffalo game right there. You're not in this picture. I wonder if one of those things we don't know is Dale Hellestrate played 8 snaps or so.
Leroy Neiman.
Oh, Neiman. You get an original Neiman in your house? Wow. I hope you have that safe and everything. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's on there. Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. How about them Cheerios?
I mean, look at Emmett run right there. Who's that Bills player? Is that Bruce Smith?
Bruce Smith took him to the ground.
Yeah, really? Look at that. Look at that. Boy, you only got your hands are a little. Oof. I like how they gets the Coca-Cola logo in there.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to get that. We'll have to get that during the break so we can show everybody. Don't tell me it's millions of dollars.
No.
It is. But what's that picture worth?
I have no
Is
idea.
it signed? That's what I mean. It's signed though, right?
Well, if you were listening,
Yeah, I'm saying you have the signed one.
I have one of 5.
Okay, that's what I was making sure that one was signed.
Jeez.
Because I would go like, oh, it's signed, and then the other ones are signed, and you got the unsigned one or something.
Wow.
Like I want one. He's like, I'll throw one together for you, Dale. I guess.
Yeah, I called Leroy. Hey, Leroy, here's one play. Can you paint it for me?
I mean, that's not my art style.
It's not mine yet. I'm
But
not
if
an art guy.
yeah, yeah, I know you didn't even know the guy's name. I know.
No.
Yeah, but if somebody's gonna paint something like that for me, I'll hang it up.
Put it in that room you never use.
along with the Ray Lewis game worn jersey that's signed, with the Terrell Suggs game worn jersey that's signed, and my Boston Bruins sweater and stuff like that. My Shane Doan signed Coyotes jersey. Yeah, I'll just go in there with all that stuff.
Oh goodness.
Geez. So, programming note: if you missed the announcement yesterday, we are officially in superstition mode right now for Scottsdale Christian Academy. They have that big game this weekend against Wilcox Saturday night. ALA North Mesa. If you're interested in that, coming out on Thursday again because since the playoffs have started, he's had to move it. I don't know if he has any. Judging by the fact he texted me at 8 p.m. on a Monday night, tells me that he's on the superstitious side more than he has to,
Well, I did
whatever.
ask him that last week,
Yeah.
and he kind of giggled a little bit.
I don't know if where he's at. I don't know how that's felt. Superstition stuff is felt in that environment.
I think he's a little superstitious.
If you know what I mean, right? So he'll be on tomorrow, 9:00 as well. Lou is going to be in on Friday. He's in Vegas this week. Hobnobbing it there with all of his people, crooked nose people, and everything. He's up
What's
there
going on in
Vegas.
Vegas?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Not my business.
You just don't care about anybody.
No, I just don't want to get into their business. He didn't tell me. He just said, "Hey, I'm in Vegas, coming back on Thursday. So can I move to Friday?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, buddy. I got you. I got you,
Everybody
buddy."
just moving around on you, throwing Steve's plans off.
I know. So that's the rest of the week programming here as well coming up. So it'll be a fun week. Come and join us, everybody. Stay with us. As Coach Gannon said yesterday, stay with us.
Gotta get off the mat.
Stay with us.
I know we're not talking about it today, but I just saw this article on Arizona Sports. They're trying to say that Atlanta might be interested in Kyler Murray.
I know.
But the only problem is Atlanta traded away their first-round pick. I'm
Yep.
like, do you think that somebody's going to give the Cardinals a first-round pick for Kyler Murray?
And I try not to do my shows like this where all you do is speculate on
Yeah.
stuff like that. But Atlanta. First of all, Atlanta, with how bad they are, because I think they picked 10th in the draft right now. And that goes to the Eagles, I think, right? It goes to a good team right now in the top 10 of the draft. I had it yesterday. Let me see if I have it. Oh, here it is right here. Let me pull it up. Rams have Atlanta's first pick.
Really?
Right now, the Atlanta picks 8.
Okay.
So the Rams going to win the division probably, make a Super Bowl run in the NFC, and then they're going to pick 8th or something because Atlanta gave up that first round pick.
Oh, the rich get richer.
Well, you know what? Good ownership. Good executives there as well. Much like the Sam Levitt, speculation right now
Yes.
today. Obviously, we're 24 hours removed from that. I mean, yesterday, right as we went off air, The Athletic, I read it yesterday when we were done, and they named Texas Tech, as a team they could go to. It's starting to get out there. I know Chris Cartman was talking about it. I know that Bigley today was bringing it up if you're listening to that in the morning. Look, the NIL rules are different this year than they have been all the other years. Things have to be approved now. They're very restrictive on what you can do. You can't just go to a kid and say, we'll give you, like that defensive lineman for Texas Tech that's making $3 million this year. You can't do that anymore. They actually have to do stuff for that money, right? Advertise or show up at dealerships and stuff to that effect. Have a sandwich named after them, because it's regulated now. So but there is such a thing as teams going into this season, ASU thought they were losing Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson. They thought they would both go pro after this year.
Yes, for different reasons. Especially with Sam Levitt, they thought he was going to go to the NFL.
Well, that's what I mean. They thought they would both leave for that reason. That obviously hasn't happened. Tyson's gone. He's a top 10 pick, unless something crazy happens in the draft. Right? He's going to be up there.
Tell
He's
me
gone.
this, because I heard this as a
Yep.
talking point. Talking about this more than I thought we would. Does Tyson come back and play this year?
Yeah, he'll be back this weekend.
He's questionable.
Oh, he's practicing now. He's coming. He wants to come back. I said that when he went down. Jordan Tyson's the type of kid, he wants to play. He'll be back.
I'm just agent saying, hey, you're a top 10 guy. Well, you're not going to move yourself up to the top 5 by having 2 decent games.
He wants to play.
Okay, I would love that. I love that attitude.
I have no doubt somebody's in his ear saying, "What are you doing? Let's sit out the rest." I have no doubt. But doesn't that show the character of him? If I was an NFL team, especially how he played through that injury, how many guys would have pulled their hamstring and then sat out the rest of the game?
Yep.
And he still played through it and stuff to that effect. I don't disagree. I mean, that's just the world we live in now. I'd be shocked if he doesn't come back, to be honest. Why would he even be practicing if he had no desire to come back? Why? You would be doing all those NFL stuff and getting ready for that and things to that effect. But I mean, ASU, going into this season, I have feelings going into this season, they were like, we're losing Sam Levitt this year.
Right.
So they've been making plans to be without Sam Levitt anyway. You know what I'm saying? How are we replacing Sam Levitt?
I'm totally with you. You talked about that 5-star.
Yeah,
freshman.
Cam Dreyer from New Mexico. And it's like, you're losing Jeff Sims. So they've been planning on this for a while. So I'm not saying you don't want Sam Levitt back. Don't take it as I'm saying that. Because Sam Levitt, I'd love to have back. Love to have him back. But if Sam Levitt's gone, okay.
Right.
And unlike with the Cardinals, I have faith in them to find a replacement for Sam Levitt. Now, would their replacement be as good as Sam Levitt? Maybe not. But, can he perform in this offense? Look what Kenny Dillingham's done with Jeff Sims this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith that they're going to find somebody to go on it. So I'm not in total, I see a lot of people panicking about Sam Levitt. And I'll also say this about Sam Levitt. He's gone so far backwards here because of his injuries and the year he went. What if Sam Levitt's thinking, I might not be a high draft pick, even after next year? I need to go get my money now. He has a multi-million-dollar deal with ASU, if you don't know. The numbers in the $2 to $3 million range a year is what he's making, if you didn't know that. I've heard some people say more. I don't know that. I know it's at least $2 million. I know that for a fact.
Okay, well, here's the question I'd
So
ask
if you can go make 4 or 5.
Here's the question I'd ask you, because this could be very plausible.
Okay.
Say this other article I read said Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that was out. That was out yesterday with James Franklin going there.
For $6 or $7 million.
Yeah.
If he came to you, and then Graham Rossini and Dillingham came to you as a booster, are you willing to write
Nope.
more of a check for Sam Levitt?
Nope. And I'll tell you why. Because you have to start paying the players next year. You have a salary cap of whatever it is, $20 million. It's like 20 and a half or something, but $20 million. Then you got to rely on the NIL portion of it to get it passed and approved and stuff like that. But the more you pay one person, the less you're going to have to pay other people. And Chris Cartman made this point yesterday, and people are forgetting this. They're a senior-laden team this year.
Mm-hmm.
They have to replace a lot of the positions, especially on the defensive side. If you pay one guy an astronomical amount, you're going to have to pay other guys less, which means you're going to get less talent.
So
You got to balance that.
again,
a little bit.
I'm not as well versed as you are on this thing. So you can't have a standalone. Okay, you're paying the roster $20.5 million.
Yeah, that's one thing. The university's paying $20.5 million.
but
That's
you
your salary
can't
cap.
go outside that.
You can.
Okay.
Then you have the NIL, but the NIL, remember, has to be approved by that outside agency. So the days of we'll pay you $3 million a year to come to this school, and it's some booster. That's all they're doing is just paying that money.
Right.
Now it has to be approved, and you have to do stuff for it.
Yeah, like do commercials.
Yeah,
Or
exactly,
whatever.
stuff like that. Like Texas Tech this year. The reason why they're so good is they went out and they were just like, we're going to pay people money to come here. They don't have to do anything for it. They're just getting paid to go to Texas Tech and play football this year.
Right.
That's gone now. And now you have to it has to be approved. You have to have a plan. You have to submit it to that independent company, that has to approve it. So you're going to have some of those hardships, right? But ASU, and I find this most interesting, Dale, because I was trying to figure out earlier this week, Kenny Dillingham, before we knew any of the Sam Levitt stuff, and we all missed it. Dillingham starts talking about, we need businesses involved. Name a sandwich after our kids. It's 5. And in that moment, I was like, why is he pushing so hard on this
Right.
all of a sudden?
Right.
And it didn't dawn on me. He's pushing because he's probably been told by some of his players, if I'm coming back, this is what I need.
Right.
Or the agents, the back channel people, maybe something to that effect. And it makes sense that that's why he's piping up right now as well of, we need more money in the program. We need this. Because I was like, he had to go have a meeting with Dr. Crow. And then after the game on Saturday, he had to say, the university's buying in on this, buying in on the players and everything. And I'm like, why do you have to have that meeting now? Well, now we know. People are starting to saber rattle, I think, within the organization
Right.
of, do I come back? Do I go transfer portal? I can make more money. Can I make more money here? Because you're not allowed to recruit right now until they go into the transfer portal,
Right.
technically.
But I'm sure
Agents
again,
talk. Agents are calling it. Up.
It's really hard for me to get past that right there.
Yeah, agents are calling.
Because up until 5 years ago, players did not have known agents.
And they're not agents in the sense of NFL players.
Right.
They're agents for NIL stuff.
And I'm sure they get 5% of what they get to play here.
They show up to a setting where the coach is at.
Yeah,
And sit down and go, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great, man. This is so fantastic.
right.
Hey, we're gonna need next. He's excited to come back and play with you next year, coach. He can't wait for it. But we're gonna need another $1 million. All right, have a good night, buddy. See you later. And then they just saunter out of the room. Parents are involved in this as well. Jaden Daniels' mom was way ahead of the times. Cam Newton's dad was way ahead of the times on this. But parents are signaling that stuff as well, kind of behind the scenes. No, it's just a different time. But that's why I don't think that's why I didn't. Yesterday when I saw that news, I was like, okay. I think a lot of the reason why I reacted that way was Kenny Dillingham's going to have another quarterback that's going to perform well here. I'm not worried about that.
You would think so.
What tells you he would? I don't know anything about Cam Dreyer, but Sam Levitt was a nobody quarterback when he came here. He had literally played very few snaps in Michigan State. They were terrible. He comes here and we saw what he was. To me, if you're Sam Levitt, you're looking at it going, all right, I built myself up. If I go to an Alabama, I'm just going to throw out some big schools. Alabama. If I go to an Ohio State, if I go to an Alabama. Ohio State's out because they have Sayer. He's a young kid. They like him.
Saying.
I was saying, whatever his name is. I'm not going to say it again, Dale.
Saying. I'm just saying.
But you go to Alabama. Texas Tech does need a quarterback next year, right? So if it works out aren't you risking a lot if you're already you were a top quarterback pick going into this year? Injuries happened, you've dropped out of that. You make the wrong decision here and go to the wrong school.
Wrong offense.
You might not be you might be like a 5th round draft pick. And 5th round, 6th round quarterbacks, few make it through. Russell Wilson is a 3rd rounder, Tom Brady, famous one. If you're drafted 4th, 5th, 6th round as a quarterback, you generally don't make it.
Chances are stacked very, very much against
you. 2, 3, 4 years, and you're out of the league.
For every Brock Purdy, there's probably been 100.
I forgot about Brock Purdy.
What was that? Mr. Irrelevant picks that never made a roster.
It's so I don't know, man. To me, this is a bigger decision for Sam Levitt, but that's where it comes into. And Sam Levitt isn't a guy that's all about the money. He gave money to his teammates this year and stuff to that effect to have them be happy and stay as well. But I can also see a player going, I don't know what my future is. I want to go make my $5-6 million because that's going to set me up for life. If you can't live off $5 or $6 million for the rest of your life, you're screwing something up. You can live off the interest by itself, and then do whatever you want to do with life after that. So I could also see a college kid saying that. I don't know if I'll make it to the pros. I don't know if I'll, your 5th round contract pays you what, $400,000. Oh no, Brock Purdy was $700, and then he was $900, right? It was when he became a starter, he was $900-something thousand. But if you only can do that for 2-3 years, that's not life-changing money, like $5 or $6 million. And so I could see the college perspective as well, but I think ordinarily I'd be panicking right now, going, "We're going to lose Sam Levitt," and I'm not. There's a calmness about it, Dale. I'm like, okay.
Well, again, it's not like a few years ago when ASU lost.
Oh, Jaden Daniels.
Yes. Yeah. You go through the entire, January and into February.
Yeah. If Sam Levitt re-signs up and then in February he goes, "I'm leaving now, I'm transferring," then you're going to see me go, "Whoa." And part of it is I firmly believe ASU has been planning to be without Sam Levitt after this year anyway.
Right.
For a different reason. It's just like they've known they're going to be without Jordan Tyson next year. They've been preparing for that and looking at who could be in the transfer portal, other kids that they could bring in that, high schoolers or whatever they're looking at. So I don't know. It's weird how I have this calmness about it. It's a weird feeling. I also, looking at how Sam Levitt played this year, I was high on him last year. I'm like, all right, now is this regression? Is this coaching? Like he stared down Jordan Tyson. He had one receiver that he could hit, right, and stuff to that effect. And I'm like, maybe he needs some more growth stuff here. So and things to that effect.
Yeah, again, I think it's a lot to do about nothing when you talk about number one, they were planning on being gone. They just thought it'd be for a different reason.
Yeah.
And number two, even when he was healthy,
He didn't look right.
no.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way also, because I was thinking about this. The offenses look pretty dang good with Jeff Sims these last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? No, we're going to lose Jeff Sims too. It's not like Jeff Sims is going to be back next year and you feel comfortable going into the season with him. But the offenses looked all right with the backup quarterback in there. And they're still winning and stuff to that effect. I think that brings a calmness to this situation, at least in my eyes, on how other people feel. I will say this, though. If he goes to a Texas Tech, if he goes to a BYU or a Baylor, I will lose my mind. Go to Alabama and try your luck there. Go see what you can do there with DeBoer. Go to the outhouses there of Alabama and non-electricity nights and all of that stuff.
Go to Virginia Tech.
Go to. I've been to Go to Blacksburg with James Franklin. When was the last time James Franklin developed a quarterback? It's just, what world do we live in where those are good choices for people? Alabama's different. I could see him going to Alabama or Georgia type of a team.
Right.
Maybe a Hurricanes. They lose back this year. Maybe a Hurricanes. Miami there.
But will those teams want him with the body of work that he's put up?
That's my argument. Beck going to Miami makes sense because he had a lot of success in Georgia. He won his welcome,
national championship,
but he had a lot of success there. Yeah, and then you're going down. That's all they are. It's Florida State. If their head coach survives, they can see him at a place like Florida State, and they can pay for it. Are those good decisions for you?
It's just fascinating when we start talking about both the quarterbacks in the Valley that started the season. Sam Levitt, and everybody's talking about, it's all these big schools are going to want him.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, as Lee Corso famously always said, not so fast, my friend.
Not so fast, my friend.
I don't think Alabama and I don't think Georgia and I don't think Miami are going to be lined up at his doorstep to try and outbid each other for him.
Well, that's the problem, because when Jaden Daniels left and went to LSU, they wanted him, but they didn't have to pony up a ton of money to get him.
No.
So that times have changed on that front.
That, and then you look at Kyler Murray, and when I read an article that says, well, they don't have their first-round pick, what's the first-round pick got anything to do with getting Kyler Murray?
People are, I'm telling you, nobody's trading for Kyler Murray.
I've been saying,
I've been saying that for months. Nobody's trading for him because of that contract. The Cardinals are going to release him if they're going to do anything, and so you're just going to sit there and wait for him to release him.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't think you can get him, like if the agent's like, he's not coming to Cleveland, and you want him that bad, okay, then maybe you have to trade him. But I agree with you. Third, fourth rounder at most, right?
Right.
Most, especially with that salary and
it'd be one thing if he had 1 year left on his deal.
Yeah, and I just think people are just losing reality a little bit, even on the Sam Levitt situation online as well. I was surprised at how calm I was all day yesterday about that. Because 4 years ago, we all would be like, what's happening in the program? We're losing the best quarterback we've ever had. Oh, my God, the world's going to end. We're horrible. Fire Dillingham. He doesn't know what he's doing. And now I'm just like, okay. Yeah, that's the way it goes. We'll have somebody good next year.
In Kenny, we trust.
We'll have somebody next year. It is amazing how coaching staffs, we've made this parallel all year. It's amazing how one coaching staff and one group gives you confidence, and the Sun Devils, and then you've got the Cardinals over here where you're like, I have zero confidence they're going to do anything right. And it's based off of the perception that the head coach gives you. And then that's an amazing thing to sit here and watch this contrast go back and forth. Throw up the college football playoff bracket, if you will, as well. Came out. Hey, ASU made this list, Dale. They're 25th. They have a shot still to make the playoff. They're ranked 25th, the last spot there. This is what I hate about the playoffs. It drives me nuts. Who's clamoring for a Tulane Texas Tech matchup? Nobody, right?
No.
What are we doing? And I get it. You got to have a group of 5 in there, and it's going to be that. It's going to be a mismatch whoever they play, right?
Yes.
Going into this. I think it's, if what you should do is, and when it goes to 16, this is going to be even worse, not because you have the group of 5, but then you're going to have a bunch of teams that don't belong, right? And you're going to see blowout. You might see some first round good games, but it's 2 teams not good, right? But this is what I want to ask you, Dale. So 1 through 4, I have 0 disagreement with. I told you before, Georgia, Alabama could have swapped. Well, that's kind of out now with Alabama losing. Of this, Miami to me is shaky to be in this. But of all these teams, to me, in my eyes, obviously Tulane, I have no faith in them winning a first-round game. I'm going to go a step farther and say Notre Dame's not beating out Oklahoma. I think Notre Dame shouldn't belong in this. In terms of teams that are going to struggle, and then Miami. Everybody else in this just belongs. I think you're going to see some good matchups here on that. But Miami, I have no confidence in with the way they've been playing lately and losing. Notre Dame doesn't play anybody. So typical Notre Dame, they get in and probably going to get blown out at some point, in this, that type of a thing. But other than that, I have 0 qualms with the teams that are in here.
Well, things are going to change. Ohio
Obviously.
State and Indiana are going to play.
Yeah.
Question is, does the loser fall out of the top 4?
No, if they're both undefeated going to that game, you want to know why? Because they're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Somebody will go from either 1 to 4 or 2 to 4, and they'll stay in that bye process. I'm willing to bet you. Because Georgia won't be able to move up because they're not going to be in the SEC championship game. Or Texas A&M and Georgia won't be able to move up at all or improve their stuff if they get into it. I'm screwing myself up here and everything. So you're kind of limited here on your top 4. Alabama's not going to play in the SEC championship game, so they're not going to become a top 4. Ole Miss isn't going to either. Oklahoma's not going to. So the fascinating thing to me is Texas A&M and Georgia. They play in the SEC championship game. What do you do with that? Because who gets moved up? Because you're going to have to move up a team that doesn't play in their championship game. Unless Texas Tech wins out, they could slide into that top 4.
Right.
So that's the question mark. Obviously, week 13, we have 2 weeks left? 3 weeks left, I guess, with the conference championship games. So it's going to be fascinating to see. But I just look at this, and you want to go to 16 games? There's 3 teams on there I have no interest watching in the college football playoffs. So you should have Tulane play like Notre Dame. You should have Miami play Notre Dame. They're the lesser. There's a big drop-off from those upper teams to those teams. So you should have those guys play each other. And maybe you'll get a good game out of that and then move up from that point. I don't know. Just that stuff bothers me, Dale. And then you want to go to 16 on top of it. Yes, I'll say it for Dale. Well, you know how many SEC teams are in there? I know, it's all money. But you know how many? 5 SEC teams are going to make the playoffs. Yeah, 5 teams are going to make it.
With somehow we got to squeeze 6 in there, Steve. Can we get 6? Give me 6.
Who's below Alabama? I don't even know.
Well, Utah right now is at number 12, and they get bounced because of Tulane.
Yes, that's the end. Would you rather see BYU in this or Tulane?
You mean Utah?
Well, either BYU or Utah or Tulane. Substitute
Tulane.
any of those 2 teams.
Oh, I'd love to see Tulane. The Green Wave? Come on, Steve.
Folks, with that, come on back. It's the main event. We got to reset here after that comment. And we're back here. Main events. First hour, having some fun. So, of the SEC teams, Texas is actually ahead of Oklahoma in the Big 12 in the SEC standings. So Texas would be the next school if you want to get 6 SEC.
That's not ahead of Oklahoma.
Yeah, they are.
Oklahoma,
They win the tiebreaker.
Oklahoma's 8th.
No, I'm not talking about the college football playoffs. I'm talking about the actual SEC rankings.
Okay.
Yeah, so Texas would be because you say let's get 6 SEC schools in there. Texas would be that one, and then Vandy would be the team after that as well. They're all 4-2 in their conference. If you want to, that's why Texas has the tiebreaker for some reason because Oklahoma beat them. So I don't understand. Oh no, Texas beat Oklahoma, right? That's why they have the tiebreaker then. So from that side, even though Texas has one more overall loss there, I don't get it. I just don't get what we're doing with these playoffs.
Yeah, you're looking at the conference standings, and those don't matter except for the championship game.
Yes. Well, I was just looking at the 6 because you said let's get 6 SEC teams in there. So I was like, who is that 6th team?
Well, in the rankings, the college football rankings, like we said, BYU's 11, Utah's 12. They get bumped out of the actual playoff because of Tulane.
You got to have the group of 5 to get destroyed in the first round.
And then you got Miami, Vanderbilt's at 14, USC 15.
Miami's that high?
Yeah, Georgia Tech 16.
So you're not no SEC team even in that if you go off of that college football ranking.
And then it comes to Texas. Yeah, well, Vanderbilt's 14. That's SEC power, baby. Come on now.
That's my buddy right there.
Come on now.
Pavia or whatever his name is, his quarterback. Nobody even knows. It's provocative. Nobody even knows what his name is as well. So, it'll be fascinating to see. The problem is 2 more weeks, and then nobody can change anything except for who loses in their conference game.
Conference
championship game. How much is that going to shake it up? But if you're not in by that point, you're not in at all.
Right.
Because the 2 championship teams are going to be Texas A&M, and Georgia in the SEC, and then Ohio State, Indiana. And those teams that lose aren't getting knocked out of the tournament. There is a case to be said. Texas Tech, I believe, makes the playoff no matter what, whether they win the Big 12 championship game or not. The question becomes if BYU beats them, for instance, if it's a BYU-Texas Tech game. If BYU beats them, do we get 2 Big 12 teams in there? And who gets knocked out at that point? That's where it kind of gets fascinating. If you want to look at
a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, and then Christmas will be here.
That's why they put it out.
Yeah.
Would you rather talk about LeBron or the Lakers scoring 140 points last night?
LeBron comes back, baby. Look out.
Remember I stupidly was all, LeBron's going to mess with the chemistry of that team, and they're going to be terrible when he comes back, and they're not going to work well together, and all of that. Boy, was that the stupidest thing I've ever said. And I've said a lot of stupid stuff here on the program. They look like they were, don't forget about hoisting the Emirates Cup here coming up, Dale. They're going to hoist the whole thing here if they keep playing like this.
We got an Emirates Cup game coming up in the Valley on Friday night.
Friday night? Are you going?
No.
Oh, Holmberg's not taking you to the rah-rah room?
Not taking me on Friday.
For the Emirates Cup?
I got the Brophy Chandler game on Friday.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Ooh, that'll be a fun game. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron's messing with chemistry too much when he has 11 points and 12 assists. Really hurt Luka's scoring average. He only had 37.
I know he's down a little bit. It'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna be stupid again. Apparently.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving them enough love. Nobody is. I mean, the Lakers revolve around the middle. DeAndre Ayton, did you see his stat line last night?
Okay, look.
20 points.
DeAndre Ayton's playing well.
14 rebounds.
Yeah.
20 and 14. Boy, that could be right here with the Phoenix Suns.
I'm telling you guys, I can't tell you what the formula is because it's a secret, but those Luka Honuts, man. When you eat those, you get that extra power. You're like He-Man. I have the power.
You can't call him that anymore.
They call him He-Man?
I mean, he's got himself a beach
Luca
body
Honets.
now.
I know. Now we're all Luca. We got to find out a new name. Luca, a kale shake.
Kale ice cream, Luca.
It'll be interesting. He only played 30 minutes though. He's on a minutes restriction, believe it or not, on him. But it'll be interesting to see as time goes on. Does LeBron's ego kind of take over at a certain point?
No.
You don't think so?
No. He's 41 years old. He kind of knows where he is.
He's only 40.
I thought he turned 41.
Yeah, no, he's still 40. His
Are
birthday's
you
coming
sure?
up. Yeah, I'm positive, actually, because I have it right in front of me right now.
When's his birthday?
I don't know. I don't have that. It says the 40-year-old James. ESPN wouldn't lie to me. ESPN's always factually accurate. It's I don't know. Well, maybe he's come to that realization because it's definitely Luka's team now, and Reeves. It's Luka and Reeves and Ayton dominating there. My favorite thing about Reeves, man, he's got that farmer's tan. He's pasty white in the face. He's got the farmer's tan. The tan doesn't start halfway down his arm. He's just out there playing. That's fantastic for him. I like him, and he's a comedian. If you haven't been watching his interviews the last couple of weeks, they're actually pretty funny after the games as well. So, I mean, even Luka said here, he does things that other people can't. He's here to help us all. That's what Luka said there about LeBron James coming back as well.
So he'll be 41 in December.
Yeah, I knew it was coming up. I just wasn't sure
December
what month
30th.
it was. Yeah, 30th.
December 30th.
Oh, that's why they call him the king.
Wow.
So there you go. Lakers, 140 points last night.
Yeah.
And I've never been wrong about LeBron James could possibly screw up that chemistry. Your Suns win last night. We'll talk
Yes.
about that. Let's talk about that in the first top of the hour here as well. But the other thing is we all, I shouldn't say we all. There are some people around here and that watch us that think the NBA players are soft. Oh, you got to play 2 back-to-backs. You gotta have days off just because you've played 3 in a week and you need a week off after that. And some people out there kind of make fun of that and have fun with it and everything, right? Steve Kerr yesterday was asked about soft body injuries. These are hamstrings, stuff like that are
Right.
happening. Wemby's out now. You got a lot of big names going out because of hamstrings, obviously. Our guy here with the Suns has that hamstring injury, groin injuries with Dylan Brooks, etc. Steve Kerr was asked specifically about the injuries, and then you'll see a little blurb here. I edited it together. And then Steve Kerr was asked what the doctors are saying about why so many soft muscle injuries are happening. Here's Steve Kerr yesterday.
I'm very concerned. It's dramatic. The pace difference is dramatic. This team tonight has really upped their pace compared to last year. I think across the league, everybody understands now that it's just easier to score if you can beat the opponent down the floor, get out in transition. But when everybody's doing that, the games are much higher paced, faster paced, and then everyone has to cover out to 25 feet because everybody can shoot threes. So we have all the data. Players are running faster and further than ever before. And so we're trying to do the best we can to protect them, but basically have a game every other night, and it's not an easy thing to do. The wear and tear, the speed, the pace, the mileage, it's all factoring into these injuries.
They're running faster. They're running harder. Oh my God! And they have games every other day, Dale. Oh, so they can't stretch. What's worse on your body, Mr. Football Player? Physicality, or if you just had to run a lot?
Yeah, and what's harder on your body is getting banged around by 300-pounders. The running part.
And they're physical. That's the other. Basketball's physical. If you've never sat close to a court, you don't understand how physical NBA basketball is. Those guys are physical.
Right.
So I'm not disputing that side of it. But he's literally saying these soft injuries are because they're running more. They have to play every other day. They're running harder.
Well, I'm trying to figure
Faster.
out that they're running more than ever.
Yeah. So
I know that teams are fast breaking.
that's what he's getting at. Because in the old days, it was always a half court off, like with the Lakers. That's what made that Showtime Lakers so great was they would make fast break runs, right?
Yeah.
Most teams, though, went into half court offenses where you set up an offense. So that's what he means by they're
And a lot of
running.
stand
They're running
around.
more and faster and that stuff because that's the strategy of a lot of NBA teams right now. Remember, the strategy for the last several years was just shoot a ton of threes. Even if you've never shot a three before, still shoot 30 a game because we'll get more chances. That was the strategy, and now the strategy is we're gonna get more possessions in it. But it's just, to me, it's still a lack of preparation. Not yes, they're running more technically. Yes, they're running up and down and stuff to that effect. But to me, it's preparation and getting your body ready. They're just not getting their bodies ready. That's my opinion. Am I off on that? Even the doctors are like, oh, you search Steve Kerr. Oh, the data shows they're just running more, so you're going to get more of these injuries. We've never had these injuries before in our lives.
Well, we see it in football when you don't practice football stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You can be in running shape. You can run laps and you can run marathons and all that, but it's a stop, start, cut,
Yeah, that's
move, react, those kind of things.
But the best receiver of all time, you know.
Michael Irvin? You forget Jerry Rice's name.
I wanted to call him Jerry King.
He is the king.
I wanted to call him Jerry. And I'm like, it's not King. It's not King. Jerry Rice, famously, if you don't know this story, ran all over the football field. But then he would go get on a treadmill and run like 40 miles a day on a treadmill a couple times a day. That's a lot of running.
Yeah.
That's a lot of that stuff. He never had huge hamstring injuries and stuff to that effect. So why all of a sudden now are we seeing them? It's because they're preparing differently and they're not in there. To blame the schedule of every other night, oh, we're running more now. It just seems like constant whining here on the NBA side is what I'm taking from this. And I don't know if I'm right or not. That's just how I feel about it. Oh, we have to play every other night. Like the Suns now played last night. Now they don't play again until Saturday. And
Friday.
somebody's going to complain
It's
that they
Friday
play too
because
much.
it's
Friday.
Emirates Cup game.
Yeah, it's okay, but somebody's going to complain about that schedule and how they play too much. And I don't get it. Dale.
I understand a back-to-back having to get on a plane, even though it's luxurious. They feed you. They stay in a five-star hotel.
You tighten up.
I kind of understand that. But, yeah, for the most part, even every other night, because here's the thing. So many of these players, and let me bring in one more thing. I know age has something to do with it.
100%.
Because when you're talking about these rookies, first, second, third year players who have played the summer AAU circuit,
Yes.
who are playing 2 to 3 games on a Saturday,
A day.
and then another game or two on Sunday, to say every other night.
And never have injuries
Come
and
on,
stuff to
man.
that effect. I understand Kawhi Leonard needing time off. I really do. I make fun of it all the time, but I do. He's got a bad knee, and he's trying to preserve his career. Because if he went out and played every game of the season, his career would be cut short by many years. And he's trying to elongate his career because he has a serious knee injury. If you didn't know that,
Well, he
you
wants
should
more
know
money
that.
from that one company for doing nothing.
All right. So I understand. Steph Curry does not need to be out there running up and down the court because he's older. I understand that as well. But that's just the whole point is, But it goes to, I look at it this way. I was sitting there watching hockey yesterday afternoon, the East Coast games. Hockey players play every couple nights. They're physical. They're skating up and down the ice. They're thinking, well, I haven't looked it up, but you rarely hear of hamstring injuries. You hear of serious injuries
Yeah,
with
broken
guys.
bones
Yes.
and-
You don't hear a lot of soft tissue injuries with hockey players. It happens, don't get me wrong, but it's not to the level of these guys.
Right.
And it's because hockey players come into the season and their bodies are prepared to play. It's got to be it. I just don't get it in how it works. Hey, Kobe, as we close out this hour, just heads up, you got a picture in your email. If you could grab that for me for when we come back. Got to do some production stuff as we wrap up this hour, Dale. And We'll be back. Second hour main events coming up next. We've been here 3 days this week, Dale. We might need a week off because we've been running harder, faster than ever before. Come on back,
Miamis
folks.
are tight.
Second hour main event here on this rainy Wednesday. I can't tell behind me if it's raining or not.
Certainly looks like it out there.
Does it? I know it's dark and everything. So usually my background here for McCollum on Business, we're opening it up here with the weather out there here today for the main event. Hopefully you're enjoying that more than staring at me, even though this is something to look at. I work hard at it. I'm your humble host, by the way, Stephen McCollum. And you had 17-year NFL veteran Dale Illustre over here as well. Roger Federer gets elected into the International Tennis Hall of Fame, Dale. Do you think he's going to cry in his speech? Is he going to be like all the NFL players?
Yeah.
You?
Very emotional, Steve. If you ever got inducted into the Hall of Fame, you'd know what the feelings are.
I inducted myself into the McCollum Hall of Fame.
And you probably cried.
Oh, no, I was all, suck it, Cindy, my cousin Cindy.
Your mom and
I'm just
dad
kidding.
there. You looking out. Thank you so much for everything you did, driving me to practices.
My parents were like, can't believe he got in. Didn't deserve it. We're much prouder of the other kids. We're talking Suns here as well. Suns get the win last night. If you stayed up and watched that, God bless you. I put it out on Twitter. Okay, so I had a 5 o'clock meeting I had to go to over in Gilbert. So I got in the car like 4:30, went to that. It got out around 7 or so, a little bit before 7. And then I was like, I'll just stop. And kids wanted milkshakes from In-N-Out. So I'm like, I'll stop and get some milkshakes. And I didn't want to go in because I didn't want to get out of the car. So I'm sitting there, and I literally sat in line for like 25 minutes. The benefits of an electric vehicle, just sat there, ordered. I get up there, and everybody else is like ordering like double doubles and all that. And I'm like, 3 milkshakes, please. 3 chocolate milkshakes. And I got that. I was in that line for like 25 minutes or so or something like that. Drive home, bring everything in, look at the clock, and it's like 7:30.
Now, were the shakes still frozen?
Yeah, well, I drank mine on the way home. Mine was perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, I live like 5 minutes from an In-N-Out. It's not far at all.
I drank
But
mine.
I was drinking mine while I was just slurping while I was driving. I was all, but it was only 7:30, and it was pitch black out. Long day, and I was just like, oh my God, we have an hour and a half before tip off still. So I got home and was doing some stuff, played with the dog for a little bit, did some other stuff. Game started. Woo! I'm just getting ready for the show today. Game starts, tips off, and I made the mistake of laying down in bed.
Oh, you can't do
I
that,
know.
Steve.
And I was out. I woke up. I can't remember if it was end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. Watched the rest of the game at that point. And what did it end? Like midnight, 11:45, midnight, something like that. So I was like, all right, cool. Went back to sleep, wide-eyed at 3 o'clock this morning. Wide-eyed at 3 o'clock. My sleeping patterns are all messed up now. All because the NBA decided 9 p.m. was the thing. And I wanted to watch the NBC coverage of the Suns as well. That's kind of why I was also intrigued in watching it. So this morning I actually logged into Peacock and was able to watch the replay of some of the parts I missed this morning since I was up so early and all that. And this Suns team has it.
Yes, they do.
They don't have championship stuff. That's not the it we're talking about. This Suns team has it. They're just people all across this league, including national people, are noticing the Suns and how they're playing, and they're all liking it. Sum it up that way.
Right.
And it's good to see. Because these last several years, it's been nothing but negative about this.
The thing about last year at this time, they'd gotten off to a pretty good start.
Yes.
And then
almost identical start to this year.
and then everything went down by the wayside.
And we're not mad about it at all. So that was kind of fun to watch the NBC coverage of it as well, happening. And it's lots of other
Who
teams
were
are
the
getting
announcers
into it.
on NBC? Any idea?
I don't remember who it was last night.
'Cause I turned it on and it went to NBC, and then I said, I'd rather listen to our guys. So
You turned on the radio?
TV,
Oh, the Channel 3. It was a different feed.
yeah.
They do that because I have to get because I don't have an antenna and I don't have cable. I have to actually buy the Suns package on
okay.
NBA.tv. And sometimes on the national broadcast, they don't have the local guys, TV guys talking.
Huh?
It's literally just watching basketball in silence. So what is that? 3 TV or whatever that 3 Family or whatever. Is
Yeah.
that what it's on? So they had the local guys there calling it
Yes.
still. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's cool. That's cool to see. It's I know it's Mike Tirico, but I'm forgetting the other guy's name.
Okay.
Not Iron Eagle, his kid. Noah. Is it Noah? No Eagle, I think. I should probably look that up. I should probably be factual.
Yeah, I don't think that I know it.
Mike Tirico and Noah Eagle. Yeah.
Noah Eagle?
Yeah.
Was the analyst?
No, yeah, he's the guy next to Mike Tirico. Yeah.
What did he do?
What did Iron Eagle do?
Well, the play-by-play guy doesn't play.
No. They're both play-by-play announcers. I don't know which one was last night. I don't remember.
Oh,
to
so
be
you're
honest
just
with
looking
you.
at
Oh
the
yeah,
line.
no, that's who does the
Oh,
NBA games.
okay.
I'm sorry, yeah. And then they rotate like Reggie Miller's in there, Grant Hill's in there,
Okay.
and stuff to that effect. And it's funny, man. And I think Jamal Crawford's the other one they rotate through. But I honestly don't remember who was last night because
Okay.
I was half asleep, folks. I was half asleep.
Well, you missed some exciting basketball, Steve.
Well, I went back and watched it. Doesn't mean I listened to it, but I went back and watched some of that in between thing. It was a fun game, Dale. Break it down, and tell us about your Phoenix Suns against. I mean, here's the question: did Portland win the bet last night? Did they say they were going to lose? What's the deal here?
Wow. Well, I'm saying my favorite player on the Suns is Colin Gillespie. Another stellar performance off the bench.
They're giving him 6-man love right now.
That's what I was going to say. I have heard some national pundits.
Yeah, I'm not talking local
talking.
people. National shows are saying he is in the running for 6-man of the year so far this year.
Well, the thing is, you
Isn't
look at
isn't this like his third year, second year, third year? He's a young kid.
the way the Suns took care of business last night, and again, the bench is so much better than it has been.
To me, that's the difference that I like. The bench the last couple of years, they bring in all these veteran exempt guys and all of that, and they just all sucked.
Yep.
And now this year they have a bench. When Booker goes out, you don't have to sweat it. Bench guys are going to take care of it. You know, when any of those guys go out, Royce O'Neal goes out, Ryan Dunn goes out, Mark Williams goes out. It's cool. Somebody's going to come in and step up.
But there's only
No
one.
Grayson Allen last night either.
Only one starter played over 30 minutes. That was Royce O'Neal.
I mean, Rasheer Fleming had 10 minutes in this game as well.
He played 31 minutes. The rest of the starters were in the 20s.
Yeah.
And they don't play till Friday.
Pure dominate. Yeah. No soft injuries here, Dale.
Yeah, you hope not. And by then, probably Grayson Allen will be back. I mean, they're doing this without Grayson Allen, who's got off to a fantastic start.
Absolutely great. So when he was it 2 years ago, Grayson Allen came to this team and it was lighting up all those threes, and we're all like, we love Grayson Allen. That was 2 years ago, right? And then last year he came in all buff and
Tan.
yeah, it's like, and then he couldn't hit a shot to save his life. I mean, I enjoy watching the bench guys play as much as I like watching the starters play. That's what hit me last night when I was watching it this morning. The third quarter time frame was I didn't even care who's on the court anymore. Like last year, you're watching the substitutions and you'd be like, time to turn this off. This is about to go bad.
Yeah, because
now I'm enjoying watching the bench guys play.
I was watching a little bit of the Kansas Duke game also. And,
Did Kansas ever show up in that game, or was it Duke that? Which one was down by a lot?
Well, I just watched some of the first half, and it was a pretty close ball game in the first half. But they kept on talking about
Kansas was down. It was like 42 to like 27 at halftime or something.
Well, then maybe it must have been early third quarter.
41-33 at halftime is what it was.
What was the final score?
78-66.
Yeah, so it must have been second half I saw because it was a little.
Yeah, I was
closer
gonna say because I was watching the first half and I was like, ooh, this is bad.
But so many times you hear Jay Billis going, hey, you just don't know where the scoring is going to come from. You got your backups saying where the scoring can come from. Yeah. You have to say that about the Suns.
No.
When they bring the backups in.
Yeah, and it's enjoyable. Like this morning I was getting ready for the show, so I had it on, but I was listening to it more. And they substituted. I didn't even know who they substituted because I didn't care because I didn't feel like there was going to be a giant drop off coming. It's fun. It's fun to see that perspective things. Yeah, Kansas, by the way, is fallen in their stuff there. So that's my takeaway on the Suns. Bench plays way better. Starters obviously are playing well together, but the bench is better. But I cannot give enough praise. As much as we kind of have fun with coaches around here, I can't give enough praise to not just Ott, but his whole coaching staff. They have these guys ready to play. They had some rough beginning to games earlier in the season while they're figuring it out. But lately, they're coming out. They're ready to play at the tip. They don't have letdowns throughout the game. If they have a letdown, they call timeout, and they're able to fix it and go on there. The timeouts are fantastic with how everybody's engaged in it. Did you see who was on the sideline last night on top of it? In the NBA, if you don't know, if you're injured, you generally don't travel with the team. You'd rather stay home.
Right.
For treatment, hang out with your buds, whatever. Did you see who was on the bench last night and made the trip? Hopped on that plane and went to sit on the bench last night. Your boy with the hamstring injury.
Jalen Green. I'll give you his name since you can't remember.
I was going to come up with it. I was trying to give you a hint
weren't.
there.
You weren't going to come up with it. You tried earlier.
Out of sight, out of mind. He's on the bench, and he ain't playing until January. To me, that signifies how close this team is. He wants to be there. He wanted to be there to support his team last night, help him out how he can. On the sideline, he's engaged in the huddles on top of it. This is just absolutely fun what's happening. This is just unbelievable.
It's kind of reminding me, again, and I'm not expecting this team to make it to the finals or Western Conference Championship.
Keep playing like this, I'm going to.
But kind of reminds me of that team, whatever that was, 21-22, that made it to the NBA championship. Yeah. And we marveled at 3 or 4 of them showed up at somebody's lemonade sale, and
yes.
somebody else did this. And
the Twins were going everywhere. They were dancing before the game.
Yeah, the things that you didn't expect from NBA players. And I'm getting some of the same feels about this team.
Yeah.
They genuinely like each other, which then makes you play better and you're more enjoyable to watch.
A lot of times you'll have a superstar on a team or multiple superstars. They don't care when the guys at the back of the bench go in the game. They're just on the sideline with their towels on there, just waiting. Where are we going tonight? The Suns are engaged, man. When Fleming was in there, the starters were there cheering him on and everything to that effect. And by that point, guys are usually just talking. And,
right.
Hey, what are we doing up to this? Portland. Let's go to that Portland club where the chicks don't shave their armpits and stuff like that over here. You have those conversations. I don't know. Somebody's into some weird stuff and everything. But they were cheering there. They were cheering those guys on the bench, the guys that don't get a lot of playing time. and they were helping them out and stuff like that. It's fantastic. The other thing that's impressing me now, they've had games where they've had a ton of turnovers, and they generally lose those games when they do it. 15 turnovers last night. But it goes to this point. This is kind of why I had stumbled onto the Steve Kerr press conference before. I noticed this with the Suns. So maybe I'm just extra in tune with fast breaks and running more and stuff to that effect as well. 29 fast break points last night for the Suns. You know how much Portland had? 9. You're going to win games if you're scoring that many points off of fast breaks and holding the other team to none. And that to me, that's just hustle. That's just dedication, want to, and hustle. And Jordan Ott and this coaching staff has this team wanting to hustle and make those plays. And it's fantastic to watch.
They play hard. Even though they give up points, boy, they make you work for it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They make you work for it.
What was it last night? Williams, I can't remember the exact player who it was against, but Williams was underneath there, and he made the guy do it, and they ended up scoring on the play. Then he ran down the court. I believe he dunked it on that play when he got to the other end. So now you've made the offensive guy work really hard to get his points. You run down to the other end faster than him, making him run down there. You dunk it on top of him, and then you run back down again.
Yep.
Like, that's just got to be debilitating to the other team, especially as the game goes on, from that side. So I'm enjoying this a lot. Now they're off until Friday night. It was at Minnesota Friday night, right? For the Emirates Cup.
Yes.
They're 1-1. They got to win. You can't.
They're 1-0. They've only played one, Steve.
You're right.
You keep on telling me that.
The NBA gave me a 1-1. I swear, I have a witness.
No.
A witness was with me that I saw that. Because even I was questioning it. They were questioning it.
They're 1-0, going for an undefeated record.
Do you want them to? Let me ask you this: is it important for the Suns to make an Emirates Cup run? Because last year, they lost in a tiebreaker, so that's why they didn't move on to the round. But with this young team, with how fun they are, I'm not saying we have to win this thing, but isn't this something where you could see this team going, this is a goal because this is going to set us up with how we play for the rest of the season?
I think that it would be fun for them. I don't necessarily care about it, but then you got to also wonder,
just from a team perspective.
Yeah, you also got to wonder, is it like the par 3 contest at the Masters, where nobody who's ever won the par 3 contest has actually won the Masters.
Well,
nobody that's won the Emirates Cup.
Suns are winning a championship this year regardless, so why not go for it? Right?
You never know, Steve.
Have you not seen the Oklahoma City Thunder play this year?
Yeah, it's early, Steve. They might have some malcontents. They might start bickering.
Other teams are getting if you don't know, Castle's out for the Spurs. He has a
Wemby's out.
Flexor strain, 2 to 3 weeks. Wemby's out 2 to 4. Soft tissue injury for him as well. Calf strain. And I'm interested in this. Calf strains on NBA guys, to me, in my mind, would be way more detrimental to an NBA player than a football player. Because we've seen 2 calf strains here, and guys miss significant time for the Cardinals with calf strains. And to me, a calf strain in the NBA just seems like it would be way more cautious, way more hampering than on a football field. I'm not saying that it's not on a football field. It's just jumping, running
Yeah.
on a basketball court. How long is Wemby out with this calf strain? It's going to be interesting to watch. Because if it was a football player, he'd be out for like 2 months, 3 months.
Well, if he's the Cardinals.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. He's out indefinitely, so they don't have a timetable for his return. Tells me it's probably going to be a little bit as well. Giannis is out for about 2 weeks. So, even on the west side of things, you're seeing some things happen to where the Suns can get a lot of wins when you weren't expecting them to early in the season as well. So, Dale, your bet might pay off here.
Right now, the Suns are sitting at that 7th spot, half a game behind the Timberwolves, so they can pass them,
got to beat them on Friday night.
Avoid the play-in. But boy, the Oklahoma City Thunder 14-1.
Oh, look at the
The Nuggets.
Somebody's 14-2 or something. Look on the east side.
Yeah, Detroit's 13-2.
Detroit. I'm like somebody you don't expect to be.
Yeah.
Remember when Monty went there? What, just 2 years ago?
Yes.
With a young team. It's basically the same team. Now they have a young kid that was on a 2-way contract last year that's playing out of his mind right now. But it's basically the same team that Monty had there, and he couldn't get a win to save his life. Wasn't it like a 20-game losing streak?
Oh, they were horrendous. They were horrendous.
2 years later.
Well, this Cade Cunningham, I've not seen Detroit play in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since Monty was there because I thought Cade was really good. And I couldn't figure out how he couldn't win with Cade Cunningham.
I mean, now he's already a 27-point, 6 rebound, 10 assist.
Well,
guy.
that just tells you Monty took that job for the money.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like Coach Bud here. I'll take the money you're going to throw at me. If you're going to throw at me ungodly money, I'll take it and see what happens. Whatever. But yeah, the Detroit, man, it's shocking to see them up that high as well for the Suns. So it'll be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it. Now we got a few days off, of course, in terms of the Suns playing. Watch the Valley Suns. Dale, you going to get in the G League now?
Well, they are getting some of those younger guys some time there.
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah.
You can't have Malawach just sitting at the end of the bench and playing 1-2 minutes a game.
Because you also have to remember, a lot of people go, well, he can practice and get better.
Yeah.
They don't go full speed in practice. Now, they might tomorrow, since they have such a layoff.
Some time off.
But not, when you're going every other day, your practices are walkthroughs.
Yeah, get them out there in games. I love that strategy of moving it, especially if it's a home game. If you're home and there's a Valley Suns home game,
right?
Suit up, kid. Let's go. It would be different if you're in Portland and the G League team's playing in like Memphis, and you're like, all right, we're flying to Memphis to play tomorrow night in the G League, and then you'll come back and join us again. That's stupidity. But if you're home the next few days and there's a G League game close by, send them over there. Let's do it. I like that strategy. It keeps them in shape. But like you said, gets them some experience as well. And then, they're young. They can, outperform the, not worry about the injury side of things necessarily from that perspective. So when we come back here, if you missed the news, of course, Coach Sheehan, Superstition's taking over, joining us tomorrow, 8 o'clock as usual for him. And then, of course, Uncle Lou moving to Friday this week. He's out of town in Vegas, visiting his buddies up there in Vegas and talking whatever they talk there. And I just can imagine that gambling speak up there, Lou. They're probably talking all these code words and everything. And, only the FBI who's listening in to the conversation.
Yeah, probably talking about, hey, where's the future of the sport with all this gambling stuff going on?
All the cheating happening right now and everything. So he'll be on Friday at 9 o'clock. He'll join us remotely on Friday as well. So come on back, folks. We'll keep it rolling. My favorite time of the week, folks. Drew Petzing press conference yesterday. Oh, baby. Let's get into that. And we're back here, main events. Don't forget, text us 623-252-6670. That hits up on our text line. We don't text back there. We'll talk about it on air. But hit us up there, whether you're listening to us live, on demand later on in the day, either through Robat TV on demand, of course, the free YouTube page, free podcast system. Any thoughts, questions, comments, get in on the show as well. Text us there. We'll, of course, see it and talk about it. We don't respond. We respect your phone's privacy. You don't need to hear from us in the advertising or anything like that, so we don't do that here. And then also, hit us up at TME Sports Show as well, of course, on X, and we see that. We'll talk about it. We do respond there as well as we need it to as we go through that. And we appreciate you guys joining us and having fun with us here on the program. Here on this rainy Wednesday, and Dale, you were talking about this Leonard Nimoy picture. Is that who it was? Was that Spock? Who's Leonard Nimoy? Why did that name pop about? You don't remember the guy's name either, do you? I am struggling with names today, people.
You struggle with names all the time.
Yeah, but it seems like it's worse today.
It's Leroy Neiman's the painter.
Okay.
Leonard Dimrot or whatever is a Star Trek guy.
Spock.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
What is that? The guy that did this?
Yeah, that's Spock. Yeah. Wait, did he do that, or was that Mork from Mork and Mindy?
Oh,
What did Mork do? What was Nanu Nanu?
I did used to watch Mork and Mindy.
Isn't that hilarious? I can't remember names today, but I went to the Mork and Mindy reference from 40 years ago. Like it was nothing. Throw up the picture, Kobe, of Dale's talking about here. We'll show everybody. This is what he's got hanging in his house right now. Yes, number 70, right there in the front. Hall of Famer Bruce Smith going to the ground right there. Emmett running the football.
And that's evidently not the whole picture, because just as you're looking at to the left, Johnston's in there. And can you see Troy there? My eyes are so bad.
No, Troy is like in the back.
Okay,
he's like hidden in the back there.
So
he's there, but
in the actual painting, you can see those two guys. So
that is a big mat around. Yeah, you just found that offline.
Yeah.
That white mat's probably hiding half of it, but yeah. Look at that, but he got the Coca-Cola logo on the background. You got to get that in if you're doing an NFL picture.
He did, and
Even though Dallas Cowboys famously sued to have Pepsi in their arena. Just want to throw that.
That might have been right before all that. Oh no, that might have been when it was going on.
It was early '90s when that was going on, but it was only at Dallas. Everywhere else, they still had to advertise for Coke, but they could serve Pepsi in the arena. It was something to that effect, because Coke bought the NFL rights, kind of a deal.
Correct.
Because that part of that NFL rights deal was Coke had to be in the stadiums, and they were like, "Au contraire." Pepsi is the grossest stuff on the planet. I don't know why anybody fights for that. I just don't. But look at Dale there. Top heavy, big on the top, all skinny on the legs. You missed a leg day there or something? I want to find the original picture also. That'd be kind of cool to see the original picture. But you got that up there, signed by all the big guys. Hillary's claimed it.
Hillary's claimed it after my death.
Did you put it in the will? Oh,
no, it's just her and
They're
Hillary.
fighting it. They're fighting over it then.
I don't think Kendall really
relationships are going to end. It's going to be all done with. You're going to be gone, and your kids are going to hate each other and not want to talk. Nothing brings family together like fighting over nonsense.
I'll be gone. Doesn't really matter.
That's what my dad says. I go, I don't think my sister. I'll be like, I don't think she'll like that too much. My dad goes, I don't care. I'll be gone. That cracks me up. One thing Drew Pensing said yesterday, Dale, and I couldn't find the video I took of this was kind of weird, so I'm not going to play it for you. It's hard to hear. I screwed something up on it. Sometimes that happens, right? But I found the exact quote here. So Drew Pensing said, quote, "I thought we ran the ball efficiently on Sunday." He said that in this press conference.
Okay. I don't know what game he was watching.
They ran for 2.6 yards per carry.
Yeah. Yeah, that does not seem efficient to me.
He was he said they were very efficient. Now, some people, and by the way, it's a 50% success rate off of the very limited carries. Don't forget, quarterback threw 47 times in this game. Completed 47 passes, 50-something attempts.
Right.
Second best mark of the season, 50% success. I guess when it's really, really terrible, Dale, when you have very few attempts and it looks good in statistics, you tout that like crazy. Oh, my God, our run game's improving.
How's 2.6 yards successful?
That's what I want to know. Now, some people were pointing out, well, Bam Knights, what was that, a 60-yard touchdown run that was called back with holding?
Yeah.
They're like, but that was a fish. Yeah, but he also ran that far because there was a holding penalty. and the defender couldn't make the tackle. So people are like, so it was efficient because of the couple penalties involved and stuff. But you can't count that because except for one of them, the Paris Johnson one, there was a couple penalties where it did affect the play on the defender side when they threw the flag as well. What I want to see is when Trey Benson comes back, might be this weekend. They need him galore because if you missed that news yesterday, D. McCarter's out. He didn't get hit in the face, Dale. He's got a foot injury.
Just no IR.
Well, depends how bad they want him back or not. All right. You need Trey Benson back this week. Period. End of story. They also looking for punters right now because their punters kind of not kicked well. I don't get how your punter's not kicking well, and you're like, oh, let's get a guy off the couch and see if he can do better. They had a bunch of tryouts yesterday. They're going to have more today, from what I've been reading as well. I just don't. I'm not holding out hopes that that's going to improve, this week against the Jaguars as well. But you need Trey Benson back, and I want to see how this team runs. And this is, I don't mean to knock Bam 9. I don't mean to mock D. Mikado. I don't mean to mock, Michael Carter. But they're not Trey Benson. And Trey Benson isn't Connor either, right? So you have layers to this. So I want to see a good to better than average back there and see what they do this weekend, kind of a deal. But Drew Pensing did say that. The ball was efficiently run, folks, as well. Then, ready for this? He was asked about the penalties, specifically the pre-snap penalty.
Okay.
Dale, I've done this a lot this year. What do you think Drew Pensing says about the number of penalties and specifically pre-snap penalties? What do you think the answer is to this question by Drew Pensing?
Absolutely unacceptable.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know what he says, but going into this, I thought, it's unacceptable. But I'm willing to bet you he says, we got to figure out how to fix it, and it belongs with me. We're in week 12 of this season. There's 7 games left to this year. And you got to figure this out. But does he say it? Let's check into Drew Pensing on the penalties.
Yeah, those can't happen. That's a lack of detail, lack of focus to me. So ultimately, that's going to come back on me. So something I got to harp on in the meeting that I'm going to continue to harp on. We got to get out of the huddle. We got to get set. You can the post-snap penalties. You never want them, but inevitably they happen. The pre-snap penalties cannot.
It can't happen, Steve.
So what are you doing to fix it? Did he say?
He's harping.
Yeah, he's just bringing it up.
He's harping.
Hey, guys, they're having guys line up in wrong spots. Illegal motion penalty. You don't see that many illegal motion penalties in college.
High school.
And you're seeing them left and right on the Cardinals. That is on coaching. And he's like, well, it can't happen. I'm harping on it. Well, harping on it's not doing anything.
Right.
So
now I would say change your tactic, whatever that is.
Right.
It still might not work, but
a guy does a penalty like that. Here's the other thing. In the game, I don't know if anybody noticed this, in the game against the Niners, one of the Niners players, I don't remember who it was a cornerback or a safety, got a personal foul penalty on a Cardinals deal and got the Cardinals drive to stay alive. Shanahan benched the kid. The next shot of that kid, he was sitting on the bench without his helmet on.
Yep.
Just benched him. That sends a message. You're lining up. You're having offsetting penalties. You're lining up wrong. You're not lined up. You're not lined up properly. You get a penalty. You're coming out. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're our best freaking player out there. You're out on this play. Get in here, new guy out there.
And probably not just for this play.
I'm just saying at a minimum this play.
Right.
If it's happening in practice, because they have referees there to do on practice. If guys are lining up incorrectly in practice, all right, you pull them out. You go run while we run these plays. We're going to find people that want to line up properly. Whatever they're doing isn't working. There's no threats involved here. I can just do it. I can do it again. I'll move too early again. We'll have two guys in motion again.
Well, what it is,
There's no penalty to it.
It's definitely a lack of focus, like he said, but there doesn't seem to be any. You don't see guys like pissed when they jump.
They do it and they go,
It's like, okay.
let's
Now,
go back in the huddle
again. I know I'm talking. I know I'm talking in high school, but it happened to us in Dallas. If we had a practice to where it was sloppy guys jumping off sides, you do up downs in practice.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, guess what? There's 10 other guys yelling at you.
Yeah.
Get your mind in the practice.
I've told this story online a lot. I still harbor hard feelings for a certain kid, poor kid, when I was at Hendricks Junior High School, because they kept throwing the ball to him, and every time he dropped it, we had to run the length of the field, and kid couldn't catch. Had the shanks that day. I'm still pissed off at him about that. But you know what? He eventually started catching the ball, and we were all celebratory about it afterwards. There's just no penalties. So this is what drives me nuts about this coaching staff. Oh, it shouldn't happen. We got to find ways to fix it. We're harping about it. We're talking about it. We're showing it on film. That's not good enough. And then on the other side, you had Mike Shanahan, a guy got an emotional state, shoved the receiver there for the Cardinals late, got that penalty, kept the Cardinals drive alive. Shanahan didn't care who he was. Go sit down. Think about what you did. Go, time out. Like your parents used to do. And the Cardinals go. And Jonathan Gannon's just over there. Showing off. Just sitting there all quiet. I never overrule anybody. We're so good at what we do.
Well, he did
We're
it one
fine.
time, and he gets fined $100,000.
Well, going and punching a player is one
He
thing.
didn't punch him.
Did he make contact?
Yes, he gave him a little shoulder. Guy had pads on. Crying out loud, Steve.
But okay. Like you said, I'm old school like you. I like to see that fired up, stuff like that. The problem is, though, when you're not that fiery, and that's when you become fiery, it actually has the opposite effect. We talked about this with Torrey all season long. Like, because you're like, Torrey doesn't act like this. And I'm like, bull crap, he doesn't. He's that tame in the locker room as well when he talks to guys. Because if Torrey started picking up chairs and throwing them and stuff to that effect, you would get tuned out even more. Because you know he's faking it. You know that's not the real him. So that move by Jonathan Gannon, I feel hurt him in the eyes of players because they were like, you're just.
No,
You're
see,
just
I
faking
think
it.
what hurt him was when the ownership fined him $100,000.
I don't. Well, I mean that has a side to do with it too, but it just. As you ever seen like the nicest person on the planet and they lose their mind for a minute and they like say something and you're just like, whoa, what was that? And you're like, oh, that was weird. That's why he's like that the whole time. But they got to fix it. They're harping on it, guys. Don't worry about it. 17 penalties. I bet you all week they're just going, guys, remember the 17 penalties. We got to knock it off. Can you guys knock it off, please? You know what, guys? It would be really fantastic if we knocked off all the pre-snap penalties this week. We're not going to work on it. We're not going to get you lined up properly. We're not going to do all that. We're just asking you nicely as a coaching staff to please line up and not get a pre-snap penalty. Please. I'm harping on it too. Do you think they're going to listen to me? You think the Cardinals right now are watching this and going, oh, that guy's got a point. That guy's harping on it. We should probably stop our pre-snap penalties. Steve's a smart guy. Hey, guys, everybody gather around in the locker room. We should stop these pre-snap penalties. They're talking about it. We should stop this. We shouldn't be doing this, guys. So let's make a pact right here. Everybody put your hand in the middle. Everybody? Hey, includes you, Derek. Get your hand in here. All right, guys, on 3. No pre-snap penalties. 1, 2, 3. No pre-snap penalties. Solved. We're done. No penalties this week, Dale. It's done. That's just what happened. I'm reenacting what I saw in the locker room right now. There it is, folks. Pre-snap penalties are done. That's all it took.
I could see the main event being streamed into the locker room.
Oh, Mark Dalton wouldn't put that in there. Mark Dalton, Michael Bidwell put their foot down on that.
See, can see Jacoby Brissett go, no, we need to have the main event streaming in here.
They're talking about our pre-snap penalties. They're harping on it. We should listen to them. I just don't get this coaching staff. They just kind of, and I get it. They're probably doing more than harping on it. But do you see them? Like, you've been in the locker room and you've seen coaches say one thing in front of the media and another thing to the team, but they're not being harsh about it. You can just tell they're not harsh people. They're just calm. Guys, we need to work harder.
Right.
You know, I don't see them like punishing guys and doing stuff. I just don't. I just don't see it. I don't see that personality trait at all. Fun times. Hey, NFL power rankings are out.
Yeah.
We're out of curiosity. Now, I hate power rankings. Those of you that have watched us for a long time know that and everything.
Hey, before we go there real quick, and
go
you
ahead.
said that DeMarcado's out.
Yeah, what is his injury?
A high ankle sprain.
Okay, that's what it was. I knew it was something.
But I was looking at the Jaguars.
Yeah.
They have the second best rush defense
Yes.
in the NFL.
Yeah, that's why they're in trouble this weekend. And you need Trey Benson. Because I'm sorry. I like Bam Knight, actually. He runs hard. I like him a lot. I could see him taking that second running back spot over the next few years. He won't be a number one, but I could see him being that off back guy, right? Because of the way he runs hard and things like that. Yeah. I could see him evolving into that position and stuff like that. But no, there's an uphill battle this weekend with the Jaguars. I think I'm getting the impression Cardinals fans are like, we can beat the Jaguars. It's Trevor Lawrence. We can beat them. You're going to get outcoached this weekend again. That's the problem, Dale.
By a Liam.
Liam Cohen. Who? The guy that actually two teams were fighting over, unlike Jonathan Gannon, where you were the only one fighting for him, to where you had a tamper. Two teams were fighting over Liam Cohen. So it's just, at least have a second team fighting for somebody. Power rankings are out. You know, we look at these from a national perspective on the Cardinals. You know, two major blowout losses. A lot of negativity around the Cardinals, of course, with the quarterback decisions, the way they handled that, which I think is a negative as well for them. Where do you think the Cardinals fall? Now, I use the Yahoo one usually on this, and that's the one I'm using right now as well. I'll tell you this, though. Cardinals are up. Even with these two blowout losses, Cardinals have moved up a spot on the Yahoo rankings here today. Where do you think the Cardinals are?
Because we didn't do it last week.
Nope. Because they were at the same spot and very negative last week. They were at the same spot. They moved this.
How could they move? Because some other team played worse than them?
Yeah, that's why they moved up. Is the Jets, Saints, Raiders, Titans are all negative. Yeah.
I mean, they're in the 20s somewhere.
They are in the 20s.
I mean, you couldn't put them any higher than 21, 22, 23.
Close.
Yeah.
Close. Okay, if I put it this way, Bengals, better or worse than the Cardinals?
With or without Joe Burrow?
Right now.
I would say
So
if they played, I think it would be a pick 'em.
Well, they're playing here in a few weeks in Cincinnati. The Bengals are one spot ahead of them. Miami Dolphins, better or worse than the Cardinals right now?
They've got 4 wins, right?
I believe they do, but they've looked terrible this year. They've had a couple wins.
Yeah, here lately.
They blew out the Bills, of course, in Miami, but Dolphins have looked terrible. What we've seen from the Cardinals the last 2 weeks, Miami fans have seen from the Dolphins more times this year. Better or worse than the Cardinals?
Again, I think it'd be a pick 'em. I don't know how you can pick a difference right now.
Yeah, Dolphins are 2 spots ahead of the Cardinals right now. I don't.
If they played on a neutral field, if they played at AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
See, the Cardinals have more talent than the Dolphins do.
It doesn't.
But it's the team. The Dolphins right now we're playing better than the Cardinals. I can agree with that.
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys, better or worse than the Cardinals?
Oh, Cowboys.
They just played.
They'd hang up 40 on them.
They just played.
Off night for the boys.
They just played.
And who won?
3 spots ahead of the Cardinals. 3 weeks ago, they played, and Cardinals dismantled them in Dallas on Monday Night Football.
And what has happened since then?
Cowboys are blowing everybody out. It's just interesting looking at this and what people think. Carolina Panthers are better this year on top of it, right?
No.
Which nobody thought they'd see. The teams below the Cardinals are Falcons, who Cardinals play here in a couple weeks. Then you got Commanders, you got the Giants, then you got the Browns, and those bad teams, Jets, Saints, Raiders, and Titans. 24th is what they have them listed as.
Did you say and those bad teams?
The bad teams, Jets, Saints, Raiders, Titans. They're all god awful. Pete Carroll looks like, and I get it, he's an old man, but he looks like he's aged a lot this year, dealing with those running back and offensive issues, I should say, the offensive line issues there in Raiders land. But yeah, 24th is where they have them.
Well, just remember, when you say those bad teams, they all have 2 wins. The Cardinals have 3.
Those terrible teams behind them.
I guess the Titans only have 1 win.
Yeah, Titans only have 1.
And who was that against?
Yeah, that's. I've seen that a lot over the years. I've sat here and watched the 49ers beat the Cardinals in 1 game. That'd be their only win. The Jets back in their 90s. Boomer Esiason brought the Jets in, and they came in 0 for whatever it was. Beat the Cardinals. Don't win another game the rest of the year. So I've seen that way too much, as we've talked about earlier as well. So right now, Cardinals have the 10th draft pick of the year. And this was my argument, and we brought up the quarterbacks that are in the draft this year. There's nobody that you're like, that guy's a bona fide NFL star. So if you want to draft or trade Kyler Murray and draft a quarterback, you're in trouble. Because the other side of it is, right now you're drafting 10th. Yeah, you're 3-7. Cincinnati's ahead of you. Atlanta, which means the Rams are ahead of you at 3-7 as well. Then you got Washington at the 7th spot. Raiders, Jets, New Orleans, Cleveland, Giants, and Tennessee are all ahead of you now. Some of those teams need quarterbacks, Dale. You're not getting a quarterback in this draft.
Plus, how many are there that you'd want?
Well, that's the thing. Let's say there are 3, which there aren't, but let's say there are 3. You're not getting one of those 3 guys unless you're giving up first-round picks to move up. And you can't afford to give up first-round picks to move up into those spots.
You mean I can't be an Arizona Cardinal fan and go, well, we'll just trade Kyler Murray to the team that has the top pick and just make an even swap?
You think Tennessee would take him with Cam Ward there? The Giants, they have Jackson Dart if that guy can stay healthy. Cleveland, they need a quarterback. Maybe you can go trade him to Cleveland and get their first-round pick. Number 3.
Now, Cleveland might be stupid enough to do that.
Yeah, they might even give you a couple $100 million to do it as well. It's just the more you look into this and the more I hear people go, trade Kyler and draft somebody. To me, that's not an option this year for multiple reasons. Not a quality quarterback that's going to step in and do it. We'll have Jacoby Brissett because he is under contract. Have Jacoby Brissett fill in next year. Okay, so a guy that's a marginal NFL player sits on the bench for a year, and then you think he's going to be ready to play in the second year? Who do you think he is, Patrick Mahomes? Here, the Chiefs going to make the playoffs? I haven't asked you this yet. After that loss this weekend?
I'm going to say until I see an E by their name.
You're just going with that?
Because I don't know how many times at this point in seasons
it hasn't been this bad, though. It hasn't been. There's other times they've been down in this part of the season. They're not winning the division. Denver's winning that division. Even if Denver falters, Kansas City's can't hit them, can't catch them because of the tiebreakers. They're up the 2 games and stuff like that. The Chargers would win that division over that. So here's the deal. Broncos, of course, 9-2 in that division. Chargers 7-4, and they just got blown out by the Jaguars last weekend. Kansas City Chiefs are 5-5 on the season right now. So if you look at the wild card standings right now, they're not even in the playoffs, Dale, right now.
Right.
7 games left on the season, right? They have 10 games right now.
And they've got a brutal schedule.
They do, and that's the problem. Colts coming up this weekend. At Cowboys, which, say what you want, Cowboys can beat the Chiefs right now.
Yeah.
Put up a lot of points and beat them. Then they got the Texans after that. Texans are starting to play a little bit better. Right, C.J. Stroud's in concussion protocol, but he's practicing this week. They're starting to play a little bit better, but Chiefs can probably beat the Texans there, when they play. And it's at home in Kansas City, I believe, as well. Then they got the Chargers, division foe there. That's ahead of them right now. Then they got the Titans. That's a win. Then they have the Broncos on Christmas Day. And then you got to finish up with the Raiders. Even with what we're giving them there, that's 9 wins for the Chiefs.
Well,
nine wins might not make the playoffs.
Well, very quietly, the Texans are 5-5.
Yeah, they're playing better.
I didn't realize that.
They've been playing better. Yeah. TJ Stroud's starting to, maybe his agent went to him and going, look, man, you're not going to get your rookie contract, deal that you were
Extension.
looking for if you don't start playing better. He's in concussion protocol now, but that's not going to be an easy game for the Chiefs. It's at Arrowhead Stadium, December 7th, weather, cold, night game because that's a Sunday night football game. I could see Chiefs winning that one.
Right.
But to me, the Chiefs have to get to 10 wins to get into these playoffs, to guarantee getting into these playoffs. I'm not sure 9's going to get them there.
Yeah, because
With that
you got the Patriots and you got the Broncos already with 9 wins.
Yeah.
So that it's 9-2, so there's 6 games left.
Is it 6 left? They have 10. They're 5-5, so 7 games.
Yeah, but I'm saying Denver.
Oh, Denver, yes.
Denver
Yeah.
and New England.
Well, they're not
those
catching them unless they just fall apart.
So they only need if they could go 3-3 over the last
Yeah.
6 and get to 12 wins.
Yeah. So division's out of the line. It's just the wild card side of things. Chargers 7-4. Same thing. Chargers can go, 7-4 is what, 11?
Yes.
So Chargers have 6 games left. They can go 3-3, and they're at 10 wins. That's one wild card team, right? If you want to look at that side of it.
Well, I mean, if you look at it wild card wise,
Buffalo Bills wild card, they're going to get to 10 wins. They're 7-5 right now. They're going to get to 10 wins. They're a wild card team.
So right now, the 3 wild card teams are the Bills, Chargers, Jaguars.
Yes.
And the Jaguars at number 7, last playoff team, they're 6-4. Texans are ahead of the Chiefs at 5-5, and the Chiefs are 5-5.
Yep. Jaguars are the team I could see fall out of that.
Yeah. Well, I can
you
see
know,
that. I
not-
can also see the Texans.
But here's the other problem. You got to worry about the Ravens-Steelers situation. If it comes down to 10 games, 6-4 for the Steelers. Well, Aaron Rodgers out. I don't think they can get to 10 now.
If he doesn't play.
Well, yeah, and it's just not throwing hand.
But it's still a risk. Taking snaps, Steve, don't be one of those people. Just a small break.
I don't know, man. Chiefs making the playoffs. I'll say this. I agree with you. There's a chance. There's obviously a chance they can still make it.
Yeah.
It's an uphill battle, but they better start winning now. If they get 2 more losses over the next 2-3 weeks, they're going to be out of it, and I'm not sure they're going to make it at that point. It's going to be fascinating. to see.
Again, I'm going on history. The fact that there's been 2 or 3 years where at this point of the season, Kansas City has looked like they're struggling, to turn it on.
But not to this level, though. Not to this level with 2 teams. Last time they did that, they were second place of their division or still in first place. That's the difference here. They're going to be fighting for their lives to get into the playoffs. Does that help them, though? Does that keep them engaged?
I still wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs if they make it. Give me Houston any day. Give me Jacksonville any day.
That's what's fascinating me right now is trying to figure out if the Chiefs are going to make it or not. I think Jonathan Gannon right now is addressing the media here today. I don't know if he's saying anything important. He's probably going, "It's on me, guys. No changes. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me." So the Tulane head coach, I'm going to go back to college here real quick because I just had these in my notes here as something to talk about. But, Tulane, as you saw there in the college football playoffs, just coaches, I don't know why coaches this year, they either bother me or I'm really impressed with them. It's the weirdest thing. I've never paid attention to coaches before. But, Tulane would play number 5 Texas Tech if that game comes to it. And it would be in AT&T Stadium, by the way, if they do play each other. There in that first round of the playoffs as well. Tulane's head coach. His name's John Summerall, if you don't know who he is. Tulane is in what city, Dale?
New Orleans.
Nolans. Absolutely right. He came out and he said in his press conference, I don't think we're a top 25 team. We don't deserve to be here. He said, must be a lot of bad football if we're one of the top 25 teams. What he said yesterday in his press conference.
Really?
Motivational or honest? Because James Madison had that spot before. They struggled, and I think they even lost. So it's gave Tulane in there. Motivation by the head coach of Tulane or stupidity?
He didn't do it like Jim Mora did.
No,
did
he did it. I didn't get the clip, but he did it. He did it like he was serious, but he didn't do it like all freaking out or anything like that. Like, I think it was motivation for his team, but still, that's kind of like there's a way to phrase it, and there's that way. His exact quote is, "Must be a lot of bad football if we're one of the top 25 teams." If you're in that locker room, you're going, "Hey, thanks, coach."
Or he's realistic.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. I think he's realistic. Hey, look, Tulane's got to understand. Boise last year is a different story because of their running back situation. But you're a group of 5 team. You've just got to be like, we don't deserve to be playing Texas Tech. We're nowhere near that level. All right, boys, let's go do it. Kind of like the Open here that we talk about, right? The 5A teams are going into that. The 5A team was going in to play Hamilton. And that 5A team's like, yeah, all right. Guess we'll go play it. See what happens. Try to keep it within 40 for you. But I found it interesting. In fact, coach would come out and say
I mean,
that
well,
as well.
they played Ole Miss. They lost 45-10.
Yeah, and Ole Miss is good this year.
Yeah, they lost to UTSA. I think they're ranked 12th or 13th.
UTSA is pretty good this year for that division.
For 48-26.
UT San Antonio, folks. Yeah. You think James Franklin's going to make it in Virginia Tech? That's my final question for you today. I've been hemming and hawing on this. I questioned yesterday, like, that's the best James Franklin could end up at is Blacksburg, Virginia.
Well, my biggest question is, so you're going to get $50, $60 million, $40 million, $45 million in your buyout.
$9 million.
Or and not have to grind for 11 and a half months for the next year. Or do you go right back to work?
The contract says you have to apply for jobs and try to get one.
Yeah. But do you, if somebody says, hey, we really want you, just don't apply for it, you apply for another job.
You go, I'm not going to Virginia
You
Tech.
apply for the Ohio State job.
Yeah. I'm not going to Virginia Tech, right? It's just weird. And then I watched his introductory press conference. I saw kind of the lead up to it. It happened this morning there as well. And it's just like, it just seems like an odd fit to me, doesn't it? James Franklin, now say what you want. What did he coach before Penn State? Vanderbilt. And he put them on the map and had some winning seasons there. But Vanderbilt's they're terrible in the SEC most years, but they're still an SEC school. Then he goes to Penn State. Big Ten. Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Virginia Tech. Have you ever seen their entrance? Entrance to Sandman?
Enter Sandman.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool. Look at that. Nothing else to do there, though.
Well, you don't like. What do you like less, Minnesota or Blacksburg, Virginia?
I didn't hate Blacksburg, Virginia. It's just I don't ever want to go there again, unless it's a football game for that entrance.
How about somebody said, "Well, we're going to pay you $9 million a year"?
I will be in Blacksburg tomorrow, and I will do everything in my power to do just enough that I don't get fired for cause, and you owe me that money when I get fired. Yeah. You think James Franklin lives there all year round?
Yes, he's gonna have to.
He moves on. He's up in the big city. He's up in Richmond.
He's over there. The big city.
He's over there. He's over there at Virginia Beach.
Oh,
and, that type of a thing. Then a recruit's coming. All right, I'll drive down to Blacksburg and visit the recruits.
Here's what I know. I found out that in every city, no matter how small or podunkish or whatever, there's nice areas. And I found that out when I'd been doing a lot of Alabama games, and I met their play-by-play guy who was there for like 25 years.
Yeah.
I said, so where does Saban live? He doesn't have a condo in downtown Tuscaloosa, does he? And he's like, no, about 20 minutes north of here, there's a guard-gated 2 golf course community that has multi-million-dollar houses.
Everybody has that.
And that's where you can find that. You can find that in Tuscaloosa. You can find that in Blacksburg.
And when you're at that level, you're not going out to the clubs in those towns because everybody would know you. I mean, that's what. Well, if you're stupid, like what's his name, the Ohio State coach, Florida coach, and you get caught
Urban
cheating on
Meyer.
your wife, because you go to the club in the small town and get caught. But that's what I mean. There's just not a lot of other stuff to do there. But no, everybody. I mean, look at Tucson. You go up to Oro Valley, right? That's really gorgeous up there, a base of the mountains and things. Indianapolis is not a good city to live in, folks. But you go up to Carmel and that north area, beautiful area up there. And so everybody's got that area to live in. And so it's not like like you said, you're not slumming it. It's the other things to do that you gotta deal with, Dale. I mean, I did see where who was that Oklahoma State coach that just got Mike Gundy? I did see where he lived with his house. Yeah, I don't know. The house was nice. I just don't know about the area. So not everywhere has nice areas. Oklahoma State.
By the way, I would have thought you would have led today with. Did you see that Dylan Raiola's brother decommitted from Nebraska?
Did he? Oh, he decommitted. I thought he committed.
No,
I read it wrong.
His brother Dayton.
He went to his brother Dayton, not the city.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you read into that?
I read into it that his other 2 offers were from Appalachian State and Charlotte. So I have a feeling a little bit like with Dylan when Ohio State found somebody better and they said, hey, why don't you just say you're decommitting so it doesn't look like
we don't embarrass you?
Yeah.
Even with his brother there, because don't you have to keep his brother happy?
Well, maybe they don't like each other.
I suspect. Well, their dad went there first of all. Mr. Raiola went there.
Dominic,
but I suspect you kind of like commit to Nebraska, and it's like, oh, we got to keep older brother happy. He's our starting quarterback here.
Then he breaks his fibula,
and then it's like, all right, kid, you can move on now. I misread that. I thought it said he committed to Nebraska, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, his brother's there, and his dad went there, and those are your other 2. I don't get that. Like, that always cracks me up on the recruiting thing. You'll see those kids, and they'll have like NAU, and I'm not knocking these schools. They'll have like Sacramento State, Boise State, and then it'll be like Notre Dame. It's like, all right, which one?
What doesn't fit?
What doesn't fit in this deal? That's kind of how I feel about that when you said his other commitment.
And then the other thing, and we can maybe talk about this more tomorrow. Lane Kiffin looks like Florida or LSU are gonna kind of force him to make a decision.
He's traveling and visiting those schools and interviewing with them.
I don't think he is. His wife and kids are. I don't think
Which
he
means he is. I got news for you, man. They're making that decision.
If you're again, we can get into this tomorrow. But can you imagine you got a team in the top 4 of the 5 of the college football playoff?
I think Lane Kiffin is really, really, really happy at Ole Miss. I think he loves it there. I think he could be there the rest of his life. The problem that he has is he's still super young, and he wants to be a winner. He wants to win a championship. And you're not doing that at Ole Miss. You're just not. It's going to be harder to do at Ole Miss than it's going to be at LSU.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that.
That's what I'm saying. So he still has that internal drive of, I got to go win a championship. If he didn't have that, and you want to win one, don't get me wrong, but you're like, I can go here. One, I'm going to make more money, more notoriety, and I can win a championship here. And you have that drive, you're going to look at that way. If he was a little bit older, he can be like, I'm fine here. I'll be at Ole Miss the next 20 years, and we're going to win. We're going to dominate. We're going to win. We're going to have great years. We're going to challenge for championships. And I'm happy with that. Lane Kiffin isn't happy with that.
But with his past, it seems like he's kind of rehabbed things. seems more likable.
Partly because of his Alabama stint.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a treasure. Did you see where they were playing somebody? Well, not just a daughter dating the guy on LSU. That was hilarious. But after one of those games, a kid came up to him and said, "Thanks, coach." And the kid said something during the week, and he like responded to him right there on the TV cameras. It like came back at him at it. He's a national treasure now. He's not that hot-headed, whatever. But if you're Lane Kiffin and you have that drive to get a national championship, it's hard to turn away from LSU.
So LSU or Florida tells you have to make a decision because again, recruiting windows open up, transfer portal.
I would. Well, then he denies it, but the rumor is Ole Miss has said you got to decide where you're going now.
Right.
We're not going to wait for you. I'll put it this way: if I was Lane Kiffin, LSU is going to be hard to say no to. Florida is easier to say no to. LSU will be very, very hard to say no to, no matter how happy you are. That's how I would look at it. Good luck to you, buddy. I'm glad it's not my decision. Because you can also make a horrible mistake. You can also be blown out in 3 years like Brian Kelly did, and everybody hates you.
Yep.
You will be loved at Ole Miss for the rest of your life if you stay there and perform like you do now.
Yes.
Or you can ruin it all by going to LSU. Good luck, buddy. See y'all tomorrow, everybody. McCollum on Business coming up at 11. And we'll be in tomorrow. Uncle Lou comes in on Friday this week. Coach Sheehan will be tomorrow. He's got a big matchup against Wilcock at 8 o'clock. Dale will take off. I'll get you the rest of the show there. I'm assuming Holmberg's working tomorrow. They take weird times off. They take years off at a time. He just doesn't respect you as an audience like we do. See you tomorrow, everybody.